Yes, I think that the media does reinforce traditional ideas of Australian gender, especially males.
I'd say it does, and I'd have to agree with that.
I would say yes.
Yes, I do think that the media reinforces that idea.
I think the media's representation does influence ideas of masculinity because it's such a dominant and pervasive influence in people's lives that they often look to the media for validation of what they think the normal behaviours are, and for masculinity, which is an idea and one that's always up for debate, the media is one of those places where that debate happens.
Yeah, there's always like footy shows and your regulation. I drink beer and your
I'm
sportsmen.
strong.
Yeah, they really seem to represent Australian heroic. Yeah.
Even just looking at the form of media as of advertisement, like you get all the sort of the Reece plumbing ads, or the the KFC ads, and always in these ads the male is sort of, I don't know, maybe the head of the family, or he's sort of the dumber one of the family, who the joke's always on him to sell the product, but also the focus is also on him, sort of thing. So yeah.
What do you think the traditional man is, Raj? I'd have to say the traditional Australian man is a typical blokey-looking man, masculine,
It's a
strong.
bit like Crocodile Dundee, maybe.
Yeah.
Mainly tied up with sport, a lot of the sporting activities, car races, football. It's all to do with alcohol, advertising, particularly males, any sporting event.
One of the reasons that the media is such an influence is that ideas of masculinity are also tied up with commercial interests, so that certain organisations, corporations make a lot of money by selling and promoting certain ideas about what it means to be a man, or to display certain behaviours which are typical of masculinity. So the imperative isn't simply to make people think that masculinity is one thing or another. Often there's a economic principle behind that, and that explains a lot of things in society, and no less the ability of masculinity to be used for corporate gain.
It's just like your typical Aussie. You never see the dad cooking in the kitchen, unless it's a Barbie, of course.
The way that they portray stereotypes, especially in things like advertising to try and sell products, especially with more male-dominated areas such as alcohol and sporting goods and stuff like that.
Always with a beer in hand, cooking a Barbie, watching the footy, wrestling the croc.